Greetings children, welcome to the online classes. This is Aishwarya. Please like and subscribe the channel for the further updated videos. Following video is for class 6, subject general science, chapter 8, body movements, part 4. Now in the other part of this lesson we learned about the different body structures or how our body moves, right? And we learned about the skeleton or the framework of our body made out of different bones which are fused and which help us to move, and we even saw what are the different bones in our body. Today we are going to learn about gait of animals. Now gait of animals is nothing but the movement of different kinds of animals is what we are going to. I hope you all have your textbooks with you. So keep the textbook with you as I keep reading out from the textbook and keep following. I'm reading out from page number 73. So here we have this the one that you are seeing on your screen is nothing but the earthworm. Okay, they don't have legs. Have you ever thought how they move? So one small activity in your textbook which will help us understand how these animals move. So observe an earthworm moving on the soil in the garden. If you go to any kind of gardens, you will find a lot of earthworms, children. They're very good for growing of the plants. Gently lift it and place it on a piece of blotting or a filter paper. Observe its movement as shown in the picture in your textbook. Then place it on a smooth glass plate or any slippery surface. Observe its movements now. It is different from that on of a paper. In which of the above two surfaces do you find that the earthworm is able to move easily? Now what happens, now to understand how the body of the earthworm moves, the body of an earthworm is made up of many rings joined from end to end. Okay, it's different rings that are joined from one end to another. If you take finger rings and join them together, they look like the body of the earthworm. An earthworm does not have bones. Okay, they don't have any bones inside. It has muscles which help to extend and shorten their body. So the muscles in the earthworm helps them to it helps them to extend and shorten the body. During movement, the earthworm first extends the front part of the body. Here in the picture you can see the relaxation and contraction. Okay. First what happens, it extends the front part of the body, keeps the rear portion fixed to the ground. Rear means back portion. The back portion is fixed to the ground, and then it fixes the front end and releases the rear end. Rear end means back end. First it moves the front end of the body to the front, and then it releases the back of the body to come forward. It then shortens the body and pulls the rear end forward. This makes it move forward by small distance. Repeating such muscle expansion and contraction, the earthworm can move through the soil. Its body secretes a slimy substance to help this movement. To help this movement, it secretes a slimy substance. How does it fix parts of its body to the ground? Under the body, it has large number of tiny bristles. Bristles means hair-like structures projecting outside. The bristles are connected with the muscles. The bristles help to get a good grip on the ground. The earthworm actually eats its way through the soil. Okay, it eats the mud and throws out. Its body then throws away the undigested part of the material that it eats. This activity of the earthworm makes the soil more useful for the plants. This activity, that is, they eat when they come up from the soil, they keep digging under the ground, then they come up, they go down, they come up. All this activity, it helps the plants to grow well. Because the air, when it goes down, it takes air. It makes a small hole there. so the air can the roots can get the proper air. Going to learn about the movement. It's snail. You must have seen how the snails move, right? We'll see the activity 6. Observe a snail in your garden or in the field. Have you seen the rounded structure it carries on its back? Yes, this is called the shell, S-H-E-L-L, shell, and it is the outer skeleton of the snail. Now the shell's exoskeleton or the outer skeleton protects the snail. Okay, the snail, when you touch the snail, the body will go inside the shell and it protects itself. The shell is a single unit and does not help the moving from place to place. It has to be dragged along. Okay, the shell cannot move on its own. So the snail itself moves with the shell. Place the snail on a glass plate and watch it. When it starts moving, carefully lift the glass plate along with the snail over your head. Observe its movement from beneath. When these snails go, if you touch them, they will be afraid and they'll go inside the shell. So you have to wait for some time for it to come out and start moving. So when it starts moving, you just have to lift the glass plate above your head and you can observe it from down. A thick structure on the head of the snail may come out of an opening in the shell. The thick structure on its foot is its foot. The thick structure is nothing but its foot. Made of strong muscles. Now carefully tilt the glass plate. The wavy motion of the foot can be seen. It moves like a wave. This wavy motion of the foot can be seen. This movement of the snail slowly helps and slow or fast as compared to the earthworm. I'm sorry, let me repeat the last question. Is the movement of the snail slow or fast as compared to an earthworm? You have to see that practically and you can see if the snail is faster or the earthworm is faster. So that is how the snail. Next is cockroaches. Cockroaches, every house will have these cockroaches. It's very difficult to get rid of them, isn't it? So let's see how these cockroaches move. Come to the activity 7. Observe a cockroach. Now here on the picture also you can see the cockroach, or even in your textbook you can see the cockroach. The cockroaches walk and climb as well as fly in the air. Okay, they have wings, they fly. Flying cockroaches are much scarier than the walking cockroaches, isn't it? They have 3 pairs of legs. Which section of animals have 3 pairs of legs, children? The insects, right? So the cockroach belongs to insect category. These help in walking. The body is covered with hard outer skeleton. This outer skeleton is made up of number of plates joined together that permits movement. There are 2 pairs of wings attached to the body behind the head. The cockroaches have distinct muscles. Those near the legs move the legs for walking. The body muscles move the wings when the cockroaches flies. Okay, these legs, they have 6 legs, 3 pairs of legs, no? That helps them in the walking, how the insects walk. Then, so that is about the movements of cockroach, a snail and the. So in the next video we will finish this lesson by learning about movements in birds, fish and snakes. Okay. So stay at home, stay safe, take care of yourself. I hope you are understanding the lessons and keep learning, children.